What's kicking, guys? I am back at it today. I hope you guys had a wonderful day so far. Today we're playing Minecraft, but we're doing something a little bit different. So we're going to be playing on Java this time. And because all my friends are still either in class or busy, I'm going to be starting my own survival world. I know some of you guys have seen videos like this on YouTube already, but people are calling them Foreverworlds, and it's the Minecraft survival. As far as I understand, it's the Minecraft survival that they dedicate, to being their forever world, the world that they build the most in, they survive in, but they keep the world forever. And I really hope I get a good seed for this because I have done zero preparation. I'm just going to start a world completely fresh. I won't be playing hardcore because I want it to be chill. I want it to be fun. And to be honest, guys, I'm a pretty bad gamer, so I'll probably end up dying a few times. But I have a lot of fun with Minecraft. I've played it for a long time. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm just going to change the screen here. And let's open Minecraft. I haven't even opened it. It has been a while since I played Java. I opened it up the other day just to check to see what was going on, what kind of worlds I had going. But yeah, it's time to get back into it. Now, I do have something else to announce, and I'll probably make a normal YouTube video on this later, but I'm going to be playing on a new server called Campus Craft. I'm going to be playing with my friends at this school, and I'm going to get a tour of the server tomorrow afternoon, and I'm going to learn the ropes. I'm going to learn what the rules are, what I can and cannot do on stream, privacy things, because it's an intercollegiate Minecraft server. And so what they've done is they've partnered with different esports clubs at different colleges, and they all join this Minecraft server. And it's got normal survival, but it also has a lot of plugins for fun events, raids, maybe PvP. I don't actually know the full extent of what they have. I've never joined the server. Let's go in full screen here for you. I will tinker with settings later. Let's just get started. So I did have one world that I had worked on for a while, but I think it's time to start fresh. It's time to start something new, something fun. So what should we call it? We'll just say Frosty's Kingdom. Foreverworld. I know this is probably so cringe to some of you, but whatever, man. No commands. We are not going to be cheating. We're going to do our best not to cheat. No bonus chests. Yes, generate structures. Alright, I'm not getting into the weeds here. Let's start our Foreverworld, man. I'm really excited about this. So, when I don't have friends who are online, or I can't, find something new to play with, this is what I'll be playing. So I'll be playing on the Foreverworld. Also, anyone in the chat, anyone watching, let me know if audio or image quality is bad at all, and I will fix that right away for you. No problem at all. Let's get into it. This spawn doesn't look too bad. Oh my gosh. If anybody knows me, they know that I love spruce biomes, and I spawned right next to one. This is actually awesome, dude. Hold on, I need to calm down. I'm actually excited about this. Alright. Cool. So let me turn my render distance up a little bit so we can see. Oh, it's just loading in. We can turn the UI up a little bit too. There we go. It's a little bit big for me. I wish there was a little bit of an in-between, but that is no problem at all. Looks like we already got the new biome over there. I wish I had the zoom feature that a lot of mods have. Another spruce biome up there too. This looks great. Got some birch over there, more mountains. Oh, it looks like it wraps all the way around. So maybe I should start at one of these peaks and see if there's anything in the area. Like a village or something that I can loot. But for now, it looks like we're doing some parkour in the trees. This is something, I'm going to be honest, guys, I've wanted to do for a long time. Audio's a little bit muffled. Let's see what we can do about that. I could bring the mic closer, take off this. By audio, are you talking about my mic audio or the game audio? Because I can adjust both. Just let me know. Lost my train of thought there. Yeah, this is something I've really wanted to do for a long time. I love Minecraft. I love playing survival. I'm not a huge creative guy. I like building in Minecraft a lot, don't get me wrong, but survival's always been the way I've played with friends for the most part. And like I've played servers, I've done some Skyblock stuff, I've done some mods, I've done a lot of mod pack plays. Like Hexit, for example, was one of my favorites. I know that's probably basic to hear for any of you who know something about um, Minecraft. Here, let me fix the audio real quick. So we'll pause that. We'll turn the game up a bit. And we'll go here. I'm just editing the audio so that you guys can hear everything in the best quality possible. So let's go back in. Music sounds, make sure that's up a little bit. Let me know if that's a little bit better for you. I couldn't even hear it myself. I was talking so much. The yap got a hold of me, man. Yeah. You already know it. We're getting some spruce from the get-go. It's my favorite building block game. Now I've lost my sense of direction that I'm not up in the trees, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Man, oh man, I'm like, I can't contain the excitement. I know it's probably cringy to hear me say it so many times, but goodness gracious, this is really cool. I was actually hoping, like, secretly that I would get one of these. Looks like we got a little lava pool over here, maybe? Yeah. Oh, or just a single source block. Yeah. Not bad, not bad at all. Okay, it looks like we're gonna want to head... Okay, that was the tall peak. Yeah, we're gonna head over here to this mountain, climb over. It looks like spruce wraps all the way around that way, so... We'll see what we can do. Look at the new cow mob. Look at these textures. Minecraft's doing some funny things, man. Get some wool for our first bed. Sorry, sheep. I don't have iron yet, but eventually I will obtain some shears, and more of you will respawn anyway, so it's okay. I can't wait to get building, man. I love... What kind of house should I build? I love cave forts. I like tree houses, but they're a little tricky to set up properly. A little hobbit here. I also like building like a standardized castle or a Japanese themed tower. Like if any of you have played Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, like the Bellsprout Tower, or even the tower that you catch Ho-Oh in. I really like that building aesthetic. What do you guys think I should build? I'll be thinking about it regardless as I get my first day resources and whatnot. By the way, does audio sound better now? Should be able to hear the game, but just let me know if not. I'm also going to do that. And I'm going to do that. Turn that down a bit. Alright, should just be in the background. Get some music going. I'm not playing with anyone, so I might not... I mean, I've been yapping the whole time, but eventually I might get locked in and just, like, kind of zone out for a little bit, you know? I hope the image quality is better. When I played with Sean the first time, the quality was just so bad. But that's part of the journey, you know, figuring things out. Alright, let's not fall in any snow here. Alright, let's see if we find any structures or something. The crevice cut straight through the mountain. We've already found some iron, so that's great. Let's make some stuff here. Right now, I'm just scouting everything out, seeing if I can find like an optimal building spot. Too many of my friends have built bases before on the other side of mountains where they were like perfect building locations, and I've seen some funny reels about it too, so. Yes, I can turn up the game more. Let me do that real quick. Let's go here. Turning up the game volume for you guys real quick. That should be better. And I'm going to turn this down so the music isn't overbearing. Alright, let me know how that goes. Test 1, 2, 3. Bop, 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 bop. Get more spruce. Man, this is my favorite. I think this is a lot of people's favorite building block, too. A lot of my friends love spruce. I do also like the new building block, the spooky oak. I don't know what it's called, but it's the new biome that I pointed out earlier with the pale oak. That's what it is, pale oak. I do also like that a lot. It's not quite purely like white wood blocks, but it is really cool to put in some of the builds. Looks like we've got a broken nether portal and a village. I'm thinking, okay, I gotta make a decision here so I can start building a base. I mean, it's gonna turn nighttime relatively soon. I'm gonna see what's on the other side of this mountain first. But I think I'm gonna head in that direction. It looks like there's some cool cave potential over there too. More iron. Yes, so there is spruce that appears to wrap around even more. So if that spruce comes up right next to the village, that would be perfect. Now, I do like this hill here, but I also love spruce too much to just let it go. This iron is just calling my name. I have to go ahead and grab some. Here's a zombie. Let's go ahead, make the old wooden pickaxe. And one of my favorite things to do in any Minecraft world is to actually save the first wooden pickaxe that I make and actually frame it. Put it next to whatever my spawn is. Let me just check here. So I'm facing east. So if I die without setting a bed, or if anyone joins, they'll have to move east. But I can also give them my location, so it'll work out. Thanks for helping me with the audio, Demi. Appreciate that. This is a big old chunky source of iron. That's what we like to see. Okay, we'll break this Jownski real quick. I'll go get the other iron that I saw real quick, and then I'll head over there. I've got some building blocks that might be enough. We'll turn that into planks real quick. Yeah, maybe build a little hut or dig a hole somewhere and start mining. Let's get our hunger just enough to run, but I don't want to waste too much of this mutton. Last switch in the bottom. Look at that iron that I found earlier. There we go. I knew it was around here somewhere. Alright. Ooh, big crevice in this mountain. I didn't even see that earlier. Let's see what's inside. Ooh! Emeralds. That's not something you see every day. Granted, okay, I'm not ready for that yet. I told you guys I'm not great at video games. Considering the amount of hours I put into Minecraft, it baffles me that I'm not, any better at the game. I'll just close on a tab real quick. Oh, maybe that's a strat. Maybe I drag them out. Nope, skeleton. Skeletons are so much, more powerful in Java Edition. It's actually crazy. To me, at least. I know some of you are like, skeletons are easy, but not for this guy, man. Okay, I always get yellow and red flowers because if you turn them into dye, you can combine them and get orange dye. I always like my beds to be orange. It's my favorite color. Okay, we're not quite there yet, but I think we should be able to make it in time. This is a really cool cave. I can't help but stop and check it out on the way. I think I may have seen a structure over there amongst the spruce trees. I can't really tell. Kind of blobby. Maybe not. But, that's a later thing. Get some cows. Some steak. We're eating good on our first night in Minecraft. Well, that is if we survive and get into a base. There we go. Alright, let's hurry it up a little bit. We could check everything else out tomorrow. For now, this spot looks okay. Let's make a little hut here. This will be our little survival shack. Maybe I'll turn it into a mine later, but there is a cave right next to us, so that might be a little bit redundant. I didn't grab any coal yet. That was a mistake. But I might have enough time to grab just a couple oak logs before monsters start coming. It would be pretty embarrassing if I died in the first night of Minecraft. Okay, so let's wall this up real quick. We'll keep that there for brightness. Put that there. And let's see. Gonna need a little bit more cobble. I'm gonna make a furnace. That'll light up the room for a little bit, but the real objective is to smelt some of this wood, turn it into charcoal, so I can make some torches. Let's do that. I don't have any more sticks right now, but I can do this. Let's pop those down here, up here. There we go. So we got some light, and we can also craft a bed now. I also just thought about it. I don't really need torches in here because I'm just going to sleep and it's going to be the next day. So, there we go. Safe and sound. First night complete. We already got some iron. Pretty good amount too. I'll go ahead and grab all of this. It is daytime, but that spider sounds menacing. Maybe I should actually cook some of these first. Let's cook some steak. Oh, I forgot to eat steak on my first night. Now I'm starving. Look at my hunger. It's already halfway down. Let's get some food in our system. Perfect. Alright, we'll let the rest cook. I'm going to start collecting the stuff that I have here. So what I could do with this little hut later is I can make a little storage zone for everything I get after mining. But I might find a better, like more optimal spot for that anyways. Let's get this last piece of steak, grab the furnace, let's get out of here. Alright, I'm just going to go this way, be a little bit faster. Alright, so there's our first night shack there. We'll go this way. I did want to check this out a little bit more, see if there's anything crazy from the get-go. Not that I can see, but we'll get back to that later. Let's come right over here. Ooh, a sakura biome. That's cool too. Cherry blossoms. And some horses. I could not have lucked out more with this seed. Alright, village. Right next to what appears to be spruce. Perfect. And we already have our nether portal just about complete. We'll just have to shift a few things around. This one's like almost complete. I've never seen one this close to full before. Will this break the gold block? Will stone pickaxe work on gold? I want to risk it yet. I actually don't know that for sure. A mending gold helmet. That is pretty cool. We'll get that too. What if there's a second chest? I don't know if I've ever seen one with two chests, but I thought I did one time. Maybe I'm wrong. But, let's see. I'm just going to look it up. Nope. We're going to risk it. It was mining relatively fast, so let's see. Well. Better luck next time. Yep, I completely destroyed that gold block. Ooh. That looks like a fun entrance to this cave. There's a lot of flowers in this village. Check it out. Let's see what these villagers have been holding on for me. That villager did not like me very much. No chests of goodies. Of course, you guys know that's the reason why there are chests in the village huts, right? They're gifts for you that they've been holding forever. Grab some of these hay bales for some bread ski. No gifts for me there. Not there either. Oh, more iron. Alright. Probably make a iron pickaxe and a little bit of armor soon. Oh, that is a full-on cave. We will be exploring those right after I get a temporary, well, not temporary, but a, you know, basic base started, you know, with the framework for what is to become. This is a great world, man. I am so thankful that this is what I spawned in with. So far, it's been pretty cool. We'll see if we could find a nether fortress. Easy. Oh man, look at all these plains. And it looks like there's some pumpkins over there, maybe. Can't quite see that far clearly, but wow. The cave potential goes insane. Looks like there's a ravine there too. A little bit of lava. No chests so far. Alright. This iron golem looks pretty stuck. Let's help you out there. Let's free him up a little bit. Can we move in 2 blocks? I actually don't know. Maybe that's stopping me. Be careful not to hit him. Not trying to anger you, sir. That should be good enough for now. I think if he wants to come out, he will. There we go. Welcome back to the village, good sir. Alright. Hello, Mr. Villager. Oh. I don't think there's anything in there anyways. Looks like there might be something in the one house up here. Oh, more iron. It's a very pleasant sight. Iron exposed in the side of a convenient little mountain. Hello, doggo. Wish I had some bones for you, but not quite yet. I always make dog houses for the doggos, too. Nothing up here? That is a-okay. Looks like this world will be providing me with plenty. Let's take a look. Wow, these plains wrap all the way around this mountain. Another village, cool. We'll go check that out later, but I think it's about time we start building somewhere. Let's see what we got. I could build on the top of this mountain if I don't die in it, but I think that's a little bit too close to the village for comfort, for me at least. Oh, we are just falling straight down into this snow. Best way to survive is just sink to the bottom and break the snow. At least that's what works best for me. Let's see if we can get out of here. Perfect. We got cats and dogs over here. You two getting along? Alright. I think I'm going to build over there. That looks like a pretty scenic spot to build a base. And of course we could expand, and we're going to be building more structures later. I love my farms. I love getting really creative with semi-automatic farms. I don't like to go crazy and copy YouTube builds block for block. I like to add my own touches to them. I understand a little bit of redstone. I mean, let's see. The craziest thing I've done is I played on a Skyblock server once where, forgive me for not knowing the proper terms for this, but for the cobble generator, they added a plugin where it would actually, like, put, instead of cobble, any random ore or cobblestone. So, I mean, it was like an OP Skyblock server, but it was really fun. And I mean, you could get emerald, iron, diamond, lapis, redstone, you name it. And so I built a, like, how do I explain it? I built a cobble generator, so to speak, that would push the blocks up and over and then up again so that I could have like a lot of ores at once and, you know, just AFK with my mouse press so that I could just automatically mine it all. But I had the redstone running like an infinite clock, and what that means is the redstone automatically activates on its own, so it would always be pushing the blocks up. And I had like, how do I explain it? It was placed like this. So the machine was pushing each one of these up, and these were the generated cobble slash ores, and it would push all the way up, and I would stand on a platform on the top and just mine down in a, like, not a circle, but I aimed it right so I could like go on. But that was pretty cool. I've also made like some fun secret doors. I always love building my secret bases, especially if I'm playing with friends. That's always a blast. Like trying to hide little things, and then what's the fun in leaving it a secret? So I would always have them come over and try to figure out where a secret base might be if that secret base existed. If anyone knows me, they know that I always have something secret going on. I would really like to build on this platform, but it seems to all be packed snow, so maybe I should make a shovel. I want to save you guys the bored... Okay. I want to save you guys the boredom of watching me shovel a bunch of stuff, so let's see if we can find a little bit of a better spot. It's kind of a shit. I will come back later and build like some massive tower or something cool here. I love my wizard towers and the medieval like fantasy aesthetics, so that is definitely something we'll be doing. I'm not gonna lie, this little area right here seems pretty cool. Just take a gander at the surrounding area a little bit just to be sure. It is getting nighttime, so it's time to start building something. I'm going to build the first base up here. I think this is a cool little spot. It's surrounded by a plethora of biomes, and it's right next to a couple villages. There's a nether portal that I can finish up later right over there. And a sakura or cherry tree block. Cherry blossom biome. That's a tongue twister. For me at least. Right over there. Let's see what we could also later make a little bit of an iron golem farm. And I saw a video recently where a guy accidentally discovered one, like an AFK iron golem farm, where he had a zombie in a minecart just on the hoppers, and the iron golem couldn't attack the zombie in the minecart. I don't know if that still works, but that would be a very simplified, like, easy one to build. Okay, let's make a couple torches here. I'm going to make some sticks first. For those of you hanging around in the chat, how's your day been going? Everyone doing okay? And if you've played Minecraft before, what kind of base do you like to build best? Like, do you like to dig like little caves in the side of mountains? Do you like to build tree houses, underground fortresses, secret bases? Like, what do you like to build best? Let me know. We are just building the basics here because it is nighttime, and I would like to have like a simplified basic shack. Oops. Doing that. Alright. Let's get our bed here. We will be refining all of this in the morning. Don't you worry. This is not the schematic for my house. I'm going to build some tools real quick. So let's go ahead and smelt this iron. I do need more charcoal, so we'll toss this down here. We will smelt some charcoal. In the meantime, I'll walk around, look for some coal. Once that iron smelts, the first tool I'm actually going to make is an axe, so I can break the trees in the area, clean it up a bit. I think I have enough. I think I have 9. I think I put 9 in there. I'm going to also make a pickaxe and see what I have left over. Just taking it all in here. This is really cool. I could build something up here, like a little observatory or a lighthouse would be even cooler. I wish I was close to the ocean. That is the only thing that I'm missing out on right now. And I'm sure I can find it going in one direction or another, so we'll figure that out another time. But for now, let's continue making this base. This iron should be, or coal. Okay, so we use the charcoal, toss the iron in there. I'm going to go ahead and make another cobble or a furnace. That way, things can be a little bit faster around here. Cook some mutton, get some more food going. Nice. Wire hardware. What's the achievement button? There we go. L. We got a lot of achievements to cover. And I think a good objective for this Foreverworld would be to try to accomplish all of these. Now, I'm not going to try to speedrun them or get them all done at one time, but it would be cool. Just some objectives to keep in mind, because I know a lot of people get bored of their worlds, especially after that 2-week grind that we all know about. But if I ever, get stuck in that situation, those are some things I can look forward to try to accomplish, keep things going. Okay. Let's take some of that iron up here. Bang. So we now have 3. We can make an axe. And it's time to get working. We'll keep the little structure here for now in case nighttime comes again. Let's clear up some of these trees in the area. I wonder what the style of this house should be. I could try to build a sort of medieval, like, upper middle class hut, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know the proper, what's the word, engineering term, architecture term would be, but thinking like one of those, those angular houses that kind of has one level that's kind of like cobble, and then a wood level that's a little bit wider, and then one of those really tall roofs that kind of curves up. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. If anyone knows the actual name for that, please let us know. Alright, let's see what else we got going on here. I'm digging out in kind of this circle here, so I'm going to break a lot of these trees. And no, I'm not replanting in this area. That's usually what I do if I'm just breaking trees in the area around my house, but I am clearing up the space, so I have some room for building and letting my imagination take care of the rest. Okay. We have some more room here. Let's get some of these oak trees. Another thing I really like doing is when I build like an enchanting table, I love making it like a dedicated enchanting space. What I mean by that is having like some double chests full of lapis, some storage for enchanting books, tools that I've built to use for, combining with different enchantments. I also like building stacks of anvils that kind of alternate. When I get the resources, you guys will see what I'm talking about here, but having a dedicated space for each little crafting component or like a crafting house or room, something that I really like to do. It keeps things organized, keeps things tidy. It's just the way I like to do things. Alright, we got a lot of wood here. We got some more iron. Oh yeah, we got plenty. Let's go ahead and make a couple pickaxes. Well, no, maybe we'll make one. Make an iron sword as well. And we have 8, so we'll make a chest plate. Bang. Alright, we're starting to get suited up here. We'll now replace the stone pickaxe. I think it's time I make a double chest. Oh, I already had one, so we'll make 2 double chests. Let's see what we got here. And I do like stacking them. Oop. I think if you right click, yeah. Drop some of these things in there so my inventory doesn't get too cluttered. Put the wood in the bottom here. I do like keeping my storage relatively organized, you know. Obviously at the start, I'm just going to dump a lot of things into chests, and my inventory is going to get cluttered quite frequently, but it's the way things usually go with my worlds. Here we go, just enough. That is so satisfying, getting just enough wheat. I guess they were all wheat blocks, so that makes sense. Alright, we got some bread. I like using the food that I have the least of first, so that I clear up space in my inventory. Apples will save, so we can craft golden apples later. Put the clock in there. I'm not going to use that for anything anytime soon. Arrows as well. I'll keep the cobble, keep all the building stuff. We got a little bell. We can put the bell down. There we go. Friendly reminder to press that little bell next to my profile so you get notified anytime I'm streaming. Or if I post videos. I will be posting YouTube videos soon, though. Let's see. Time to keep building. Let's get some more blocks here. Yeah, I can use all those. I'm going to make 32, and I'm going to take half of that, and I'm going to turn it into sticks. That way I have a good little supply. And, of course, trees are going to drop sticks and apples around here, especially the oak ones. That way... Oh, I guess that's a really satisfying update that Minecraft added, for me at least, where trees can drop sticks now. I think it just makes sense, and it's really satisfying and actually very convenient, especially at the start of your world, you know. Okay, let's drop some of that clutter in here. Time to get building. I'm thinking we have the entrance kind of here facing out. I think this is a natural flat-ish area that can go down here. We put a little slab staircase or a cool little staircase path down there. Have a path going over here. I think that's a natural Y-split that'll look pretty satisfying. This is the way I typically like to do things. So I'm going to shovel this dirt out later. But I'll start here, and maybe I'll start a little bit farther over. But I always like doing a double door. And that's really satisfying because 2 doors together, they'll face each other. I really wish you could do 3 doors and make it look natural, or you could do even like a... I can make a portcullis that looks pretty cool that you can just run straight through using tripwires and redstone. But that's something I might add later. For now, this looks like a pretty good spot to start, and then the paths can kind of branch off to the left and to the right. So let's see what we got. Here we go. Bang, bang. I also love following the natural terrain. I think it really makes builds look pretty satisfying. Now, let's see if there's a way. What am I going to decide on? Am I going to build corners like this? I think I'll do that. So we'll build corners like lightning instead of the diagonals so that we can replace the corners later with some cool blocks so it doesn't look as blocky. But let's see, we did 1, 2, 3, 4 face. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 face. I'll figure out that wall after this. But I do also like building up onto the terrain so it naturally wraps around. I think that makes houses look a whole lot nicer than when you clear it out and then you fit the house into an area, you know. To me, it kind of appreciates the environment that you're in a little bit better. And it can make the house look a whole lot nicer. So let's build a nice long area here. What I can do, let's see. Maybe we'll make it even wider, but we'll keep that 4 face, keep it down here, and then we'll extend this over and let this wall come up over this hill. I really want a window or a spot that can overlook all of that. Looks like it's turning nighttime again. Oh, let's get a couple more blocks first. So we'll just bring it up here. here. There. Okay, we wanted it up over that. So we'll do it like this. Right, this tree here seems to be getting in the way. And of course, I'll probably plant some trees around the area too. Probably spruce, maybe a couple cherry blossoms. We shall see. Yeah, this is the idea. It's going to come up and around just here. I'm not going to keep it too ambitious for now. Obviously, I will expand the house later. And I'll build up and down as well. I usually like my enchanting rooms, if I'm going to build like a standard house, to be in the basement. I think that adds a lot to it. I like to feel like I'm in like a mage's like observatory or laboratory and doing some crafty stuff down there. Okay. So, break some of these leaves so I can see where our line is going to be. I'm already seeing like a better idea of how I can expand the schematic a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to go bang, bang, bang. Come down here. Here. Okay, that looks a little bit too straight edged. So we'll bring it here. Bring it there. Perfect. Okay. I promise you guys I have a vision. And that vision will become reality. Okay. So this is kind of what we got going on first. And I can build a little expansion deck over here would be cool. Kind of naturally following the flow of the terrain. Or I could keep it falling around. No, I think another door here would be pretty cool, actually. Because this looks like another natural path going down here. That looks like it's going towards... I guess that's spruce biome or whatever's down... Yeah, spruce down here. This could be a natural path towards my lumber yard. I get wood and stuff. Although I can bring the lumber yard way closer to here for sure. Okay, so we'll keep this coming straight this way. Oh, it's already raining. If any of you guys were in yesterday's stream, my friend Sean loves to fish in the rain. So whenever I have a fishing rod, next time I can go ahead and start fishing. I think he said there's a chance that it increases the odds or like the catch rate. I'm not quite sure if that's correct. You guys can correct us if we're wrong on that, but it'd be pretty cool. Okay, let's place some torches next to these trees. They grow even at night. That is a-okay. Alright, it seems I'm out of spruce at the moment. So let's see if there's any in the area. Yeah, right here. This is the cool thing about building too, right? I'm gonna have to replace trees in the area regardless. So if I'm building in a biome that has the block that I'm building in, it's really convenient. Okay. Sometimes these spruce trees are just a block too high for me to reach. I used to be one of those people that would go to the top of every tree and mine straight down. I'm a little more patient now. I say we get about 32 logs and then I'll get back to it. We're a third of the way there. Over a third of the way. Okay. a little windy outside where I'm at. Okay, perfect. We have exactly 32 locks. Right. Gives us 2 stacks. That should be plenty to finish off this little schematic here. Quite interesting that we're split between the rain and the snow, but that is a-okay. That is the way it is. Been a while. This like feels weird to me. It's been such a long time since I actually took the time and just built a good base and took some time with my survival world and wasn't trying to do anything crazy or speedrunny. Similar feeling I get when I'm playing Terraria with Dabney, except with that game we're learning a new game, so I'm really trying to absorb everything in that. For this game, I understand already how most of the things work. Of course, there's some new updates and stuff I'm not quite used to yet, but it's still a lot of fun. Okay. I think we're going to bring it up one here. There we go. And we can bring it over one too. Snow falling on my builds doesn't really bother me at all, to be honest. I just love that Minecraft added it to the game, so just seeing it is enough. And it can make this build look really cool too. Once I have an awesome roof and some balconies and some things coming out of the house, some expansions and whatnot, it'll be really fun to just see how that snow makes it look. And I mean, it takes 2 seconds to remove too, so it's not like it's bothering me or anything. Okay, we actually need to bring this in quite quickly. A little bit of a sharp turn here, but I think it'll look pretty good. And if not, well, we tried, but this won't be our last base by any means. Our last structure that we build. I actually love doing Minecraft pixel art too, especially with concrete now. Those things can look really cool. Perfect. Okay. That is just about what I was hoping it would look like. Wraps around quite naturally. Once I get more torches, I can light this up. Looks like one of our trees is already grown too. Let's get that out of the way. Awesome. Now, I will stop streaming at about 6:15 today, because I'm celebrating one of my friend's birthdays with the group, so. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Stream looks okay to me. Once again, just let me know if anything looks off, and I'll go ahead and fix that for you guys. Okay. Can bring these up to 2 blocks each over here. Okay, not bad. Let's go ahead and make some spruce doors. Perfect. Now I will be replacing some of the aesthetics, so like the border around the doors would be like some stone bricks or something. I think that ties in really nicely with wood. But another thing I like doing is if you come out here, I really like doing this, where I put like cobble stairs around the base here, and then cobble stairs upside down, so it looks like it's holding up a roof, and it's got a base. I'll show you guys what that looks like later. Eat some of that steak, clear up some inventory. Now we got 2 mutton to get rid of. Alright, it is nighttime. Let's go to sleep. After I get kind of my room just like this base kind of polished up and it's walled off and safe and torched up, because right now it's kind of just like keeping out hostile mobs, I will go mining. I'll go check out that big cave. But I do only have about 15 minutes left. Yeah, just about 15 minutes left, but that's okay. Put those in there too. Okay, we'll drop these logs back in there because I'm not quite using oak yet. We could break this, give us some more logs, make the space feel a little more free too. Alright, it is coming along quite nicely. Ooh, I've got all this birch just sitting here. If you guys couldn't tell, I'm not the biggest fan of birch wood. Okay, we'll toss it in. Oh, don't want to use that. Use that. Let's see if that'll, yeah. So then I'll use those. After that one's cooked, we'll do that. Perfect. Alright, we got some more coal. We'll make some torches. I did not need to open the crafting table for that. Silly me. Okay. Gotta do the classic 2 torches. And yes, I will be flattening this out later. Getting all that level out so it's a natural entrance exit, so to speak. Doorway. Natural doorway. That's the word I was looking for. Trying to think about this spot. I'm going to turn this into a little path. I think this is straight for a long time. And it comes in quite sharp. So maybe if I start coming in right about here, I can actually smoothen out this turn and make a door going out this way. I could also keep this open and have fences with like a little stable area exit. That could be cool too. Not quite sure what I'm going to do yet, but for now, we'll keep this smooth. 3, and then 2, and then perfect. So this way I can have possibly a 2 doorway, and it looks a little more natural. Yeah, That could look nice. Could also have it come in here and out this way, but we'll see. Now we'll do this. There goes our first iron axe. Okay, let's go make... I mean, we have the one door. Guess we could do this and have them kind of sitting out. That's not bad. I'll actually have a better idea of what to do with that, but I'll do it in a sec. I do wish I had more iron. All the more reason to start mining next time I'm here. But for now, we can make the rest of... Oh, I have a bunch of sticks. For now, I could torch the area up, polish up that doorway, and we are good to go with this base. I'll do one wrap around to make sure the wall's secure. And yeah, we could call it a wrap. Or, yeah, wrap it up after that. I'm going to take care of that first, so that hopefully it'll be closer to nighttime by then, so I can really see where I need to put stuff. But so instead of putting the door here, because I might want to decorate in this overhang, I'm going to do this. Just like that. So it's a little smoother. Maybe I'll replace these with stairs going up, but these doors are just in here. And I could put like shelves or the half slabs or something like that over there. The first stone and the first wood. Keep our iron pickaxe. Maybe make... Nope, I don't need to make anything else. Prepare our inventory for next time. Oh, I can grab some of this coal. For me personally, I really like to be generous with the amount of torches I bring when I go mining. So I'll bring like 3 to 4 stacks with me so I can just be down there as long as I want. I'll also bring like half a stack of wood. And I will bring a stack of any building block if I can get my hands on it before I go down there. Okay, let's get rid of these trees. First, I'm going to make a stone pickaxe so that does, or a stone axe so that doesn't take forever. Stone is still better than nothing. Oh man, spruce is just such a cool block. I'm like so excited that I spawn in an area that's so surrounded by spruce. That in the other village we haven't explored. We've got the big old caves in the area. That'll be fun too. That's what we'll be doing after this, but do some spelunking. Hopefully find some good gear, maybe some diamonds. Yeah. It's coming along though. For anyone hanging out in the chat, let me know what you guys like to build for your base the most. Like, do you like tree houses? Do you like building underground secret bases? Do you like building... I like doing, like, mining into a mountain and just digging it out, or finding a cave system and surrounding it with wood and just having, like, a whole cave house. There's a lot of stuff you can do, and there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen yet, too, but... let me know what you like building the best. Okay. Just about nighttime. This will be perfect. We'll do one wrap around. Make sure these walls are nice and secure. just like this one is not. My general rule of thumb is if I can walk and jump onto the wall, it's not very secure. Or if I can walk and jump onto the wall, it's not very secure. If you can run and jump, I don't think there are any Minecraft mobs who really do that. None of them are really on a mission to quite jump in there. I know spiders can climb over, but spiders are one of the easiest mobs I find to fend off, you know. That might be a little bit too tall, but let's say okay. This side for sure was a little bit low, so we'll bring it up to 3. Yeah, these blocks are just sitting on top of this dirt here. Alright. I think that looks okay to me. Oh, there we go. There's another spot. Alright. Now I'm going to break these trees pretty quick, and then I'll place some torches within the vicinity as well as inside the actual base. Awesome. Okay. Pretty cool that all of our trees grew. There's some more torches, and most of what you see here is going to be temporary. All I was trying to do is build a safe wall so I could start storing things and be ready to go collect a bunch of resources and have a place to bring it back to, you know? Excuse me. There we go. I think most of everything is pretty well lit. And we can even go right outside the base and light up the general vicinity. This way nothing will spawn immediately nearby. I'll feel a little bit more safe, and I can find the base a little easier when I come back from my adventures. A little torches definitely goes a long way. A little lighting. There's a couple more out in the front here. This is like kind of a path I'll be taking frequently, and then we'll kind of light up here, down there. Kind of light up this a little bit. Already seeing some hostile mobs spot in. Let's take out this creeper. Boom. Oh, and look what we have here. I almost looked right in the eyes of that Enderman. I do hear a zombie, but I'm not too intimidated of zombies unless they spawn in groups of 5. That seems to happen to me a lot for some reason. You know, you're just walking around a cave, turn a corner, and there's like 6 zombies ready to jump you. Yeah, that happens to me a lot. Okay. Place the rest of these spruce planks over here. Perfect. Now I do feel pretty secure. Got a good amount of resources. Next thing I'll do is start smelting for, well, let's see how many torches I get out of this. Okay. I like to have about 3 to 4 stacks when I go mining. That's where I feel really comfortable. So what we'll do is we'll drop... Ooh, I really like my spruce. I'm not going to do that. Spruce is too valuable to be roasted in a charcoal and used for my torches, to be placed in a cave and never seen again. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do that. Okay. So we'll split these up in half. We'll take half of this. Put it in half of that. There we go. We can go to bed. Tidy up the area while that coal is smelting, and then we'll call it wraps. After I make those torches, of course. Now, I do wish I... Oh, I have 39 bread. I was about to say I do wish I had more food, but looks like I have plenty. And also, if I find one of those, like, glowberry biomes, the biomes with all the vines and the axolotls and stuff, I can eat the glowberries, so... It's also a new update that Minecraft did that I really like. It's like all those sticks are being put to good use. There we go, there's another. Each stick is worth 4 torches. Looks a little chaotic with those torches right now, huh? Eventually I'll have levels and I'll build up, or I'll expand in different ways. And I mean, there's a lot of opportunities for creativity, especially with this world. Okay. What I think I'm gonna do is take half this wood, turn it into planks, turn it into sticks. I'll have some more. That way I still have some spruce logs for later. Oh. Looks like we are just about all out. We can do this right here. Oh. Silly me. Okay. Let's see how many torches we get with this. Alright, just under 3 stacks. Not too bad. And of course, when I go mining, I can find coal, and I'll have half a stack of planks. That'll be just fine. Drop the cobble in there. I can take spruce. I have spruce saplings. And yeah. So I'll probably break one more tree before I leave. Before I actually go mining. And I will keep half of these sticks with me, the lesser half. Keep those planks. I'll have all of these torches. And let's see, how do I like to organize this? I like to have my food in the middle. And fighting on the left. Mining and block breaking on the right. That's the way I like to do things. So, let's see, what else could I get? I could have a bow. I don't have string yet. But I'll probably end up fighting skeletons while I'm in a cave, so the chances of me finding a bow are pretty high, so no harm in bringing a couple arrows. I'm trying to think here. If I had more cobble, that would be my building block, but it seems I don't have any. But that's okay. This is the first mining trip on this world overall, so I'll be able to gather a bunch of blocks while I'm down there. That's no problem. I'll take this to start. Stone pickaxe to start, kind of use the max I can. Or do I save the... I'll save the first, because stone tools are really easy to make, and that's not an issue at all. I have wood, so if I need to make double chests to store stuff, or to build like a little storage area at the top of the mine, that I can do. So I usually have a bow, or I'll usually have blocks next to my sword, then a bow, so... We'll simulate it with dirt, nothing wrong with that. So, blocks, and then I'll have bow, and then I'll have buckets filled with water. So that way, if lava flows down at me, I can place the bucket of water. Or if I want to take lava back up with me, water, I can have an infinite source somewhere, so that wouldn't hurt. On the right, I like to have like three shovels up like this, and then three extra pickaxes behind. And then the last one, I usually, well, if I get to a point where I have silk touch, I'll have two pickaxes next to each other, one silk, one I think it's looting. No, there's another, maybe it is looting. But it's where you get more than one diamond if you break a diamond ore, essentially. So I like to have that next to a silk, and then an axe. I mean, then a shovel, then axes. But we're not quite there yet. I will make a shovel, though. Nothing wrong with having a little shovel to go mining with. Makes that gravel and that dirt a little easier to get through. I think this is about good. Yeah, it's good to me. That's going to be saved. That's going to be saved. Plenty of flint steel. Did already make a bed. Just make sure that's set. Yeah, I think I'm good to go. I will be ending stream now, but next time I'm here, I will go mining. I'll go adventuring, gather some resources, and then I'll come back and maybe start building that base up a little bit. So for now, thanks for joining everyone. I'm going to try to keep streaming every day except Sundays, and Saturdays I'll probably do a lot of a longer stream. So there'll be a lot more going on. I might stream again later tonight. That depends on how much work I have. I am a college student, so I'll have homework and stuff. But yeah, thanks for joining me for today's stream, guys. Thanks for joining me on my first